Hello ladies and gentlemen, it's Ben Rhodes back with you again for race 2 of the MG Road Racing Championship, round 1 for race 2, and today I'm joined by Matt Dunlop from 944s, who's offered to jump in and call some of the great action that the MG has. So,
I'm good, Ben. It's a pleasure to be with you in the box today, and I hope you're all keeping out of the heat today as much as you can. There's not a huge amount of shade around this track, but it is quite hot. We've had quite a nice northern breeze come through and touched a little bit, but for the drivers and the cars, that's not going to do a whole lot today.
No, the breeze is up a little bit. Overheating was a key theme yesterday, and I'll let you go through quickly. I want to go through some of the news that's come out of race 1. We'll go through, you've got DNFs first. Alana on Darchi, the most recent DNF. Radiator cap gave way under 90-degree temperatures. So that's fixed now, but they're hoping for cool, everyone's hoping for cooler temperatures, but they're hoping for some cooler temps. I put a name next to it, and I remember who this is. Shirley St John Cox is what I was thinking of. Her radiator cap also gave way, and she's just been implemented in her Triumph TR7 V8, so she decided to withdraw from the weekend to preserve the car, which is a logical decision. Jane Rollerbrecht, two Rollerbrechts who's having issues with their car. Her clutch went yesterday, and it's a big job with an MG to replace the clutch, so she's also withdrawn from the weekend, which is a shame. She was looking forward to running her MGB in the Peter Lee Memorial Race this afternoon. The second Rollerbrecht I'm going to mention is Anthony, or Tony, who unfortunately, he actually did finish the race, but his gear stick bottom end was misaligning, so he had to basically throw the shifter around the car like you see in things like TCM to get the car in gear. So he's got under the car and attempted to fix that, and hopefully it's going to be a little better for him. Anderson, number 666, I've got his name here somewhere.
David Anderson,
yes. His alternator bracket broke, which we only found out this morning, so he's quickly under the car fixing that. And there was one other thing I was going to mention. Peter Rhodes, also having overheating issues, but that car is back out there again today.
It's always good to hear as many cars on the grid as possible. We've had a few issues with bits and pieces flying off cars across there today. The heat has a little bit of a part to play in that, but we also have situations where we've got front bumpers held on by nothing but a bit of sticky tape and they just fly off in the wind. But there's a lot of cars out on the grid today for the MG and Invited British Sports Cars race today. This is race 2 over the weekend, proudly brought to you by the MG Car Club of Victoria. We have to give a big shout out to them for putting together this event for us.
Just go through the grid.
So, as we go through the grid, brought to you by Cranbourne MG. We've got Phil Chester on pole position after that race win in race 1. Next to him on the front row is Robin Bailey. Third on the grid is Reece Howell, next to Ben Buller, number 25 on the 4th. Paul Bernal starts from 5th in number 28, next to Andrew Howell in 6th position in number 90. Vincenzo Gucciardo in 7th position, next to Simon Elliott in 8th. Keith Rondachi is starting from 9th, Michael Wood is 10th. Richard Milligan will be starting from 11th on the grid. Anthony Rollerbrecht, with those issues we were describing earlier, if he's out on the grid, he will be in 12th today. Gregory White will be starting from 13th. David Anderson, the number...
I'm going to interrupt just quickly. We're just getting out of the rolling start now, but these are the rolling starts to keep the temps. But there they go, the four V8 to the front, storming away. Phil Chester with a better jump there than Robin Bailey. The third car, remember, Reece Howell, that's who it is. Reece Howell also got a good jump there from Ben Buller, and Paul Bernal, the quickest yesterday of the non-V8s, rolling up there out of 5th. But keep going, Matt.
He did, and as we go run down to the first corner, it looks to be Philip Chester who is in the lead. And as we go back further through the grid, it is David Anderson starting from 14th. Hendrix Wardeven is from 15th. Richard Rollerbrecht is from 16th. David Mottram will be starting 17th. Darren Suda is 18th. John Stevenson will be starting from 19th. Next to him is Roger Chapman in 20th. Sean Hurley is in 21st, and Alana Ondachi is starting at the rear of the grid after DNF, and Peter Rose will be behind her. As they go through turn 4 and make their way at the top of the hill, is Phil Chester streaking away by about a second and a half.
Yeah, not a surprise that car. He was blazing away yesterday and doing the same thing again today. It's a quick bit of kit, and it looks like we've got, yes we do, it looks like we've got Robin Bailey in second, Reece Howell sitting in third in that beautiful MG SVR. I do remember what it is today, for anyone who a couple of guys mentioned, I seem to forgot it yesterday, but yes, it's an MG SVR, factory built by the team at MG before they unfortunately had to close it down. Built to 2005 FIA GT3 spec, so it's a real race car, and it's probably not too different of a machine to handle than Reece's normal drive, the Lamborghini Gallardo he drives in the sports cars.
We'll get a clear as they come to the race. Phil Chester across the line in first, Phil Bailey and Howell behind him in second and third place. Number 25 of Ben Buller will be in fourth position. They cross the timing screen. We'll cross the line now to show up on our timing screen. It is Vincenzo Gucciardo in fifth, Paul Vernal in second, Howell in seventh, Elliott in eighth. Ondaatje is 9th and Wood is currently rounding out the top 10. They're all pretty easy to find in this field. It's spread out quite a bit. Quite a varied range of cars at the moment, ranging from V8 GTs all the way up in front to some of the 4-cylinder Triumphs towards the back of the Lotus Elan as well.
Yeah, the Lotus Elan's good to see a healthy grid of IP cars, IP invited cars out there. I believe we had 4 at the start of this weekend. Unfortunately, that has been, we had 5 at the start of this weekend, including John Stevenson's MG Special. That does count, I believe, under the invited class. That's running that's an engine in it, but it ran like that in the period as sort of a hill climb spec car, so that's why it's allowed under rules. But still got 3 cars running out there, 2 of the Team Triumph cars, and the Lotus Elan of Simon Elliott. And good to see a little bit of difference out there to spice up the midfield battles.
Absolutely, and the main thing is a lot of these cars, even though there are quite a varied amount of cars, we've got quite a few bunches of cars, we've got a ton of MGBs as well, and they're all going to be having pretty close scraps, especially the MGB GT V8s in front. And your Phil Chester is what his third lap on 8 laps of this race. Bradley Wood, Cranbourne, and MG. They've got a couple of cars on display out in the paddock today, like MG3, MG2. So go check them out. You might for a new car, you might find your next half on for.
Yeah, that would be the ideal. Yeah, good to see Cranbourne MG jumping on for the whole year and sponsoring the MG Road Racing Championship. But yeah, Phil Chester first, Robin Bailey second, Reese House sitting third, Ben Mueller fourth, Vince Cicciardo making a V8 top 5, Paul now sitting 6th, best of the West as such. Andrew now, Reese's dad sitting in 7th, Simon Elliott 8th, Keith Ondaatje, Father Lana in 9th, and Michael Wood ran top 10. Mel's also done the loop too. And I mentioned yesterday there's 3 families within the MG Road Racing Championship. There is Andrew Howe and Reese Howe, father and son. There is Keith Ondaatje, Lana Ondaatje, father and daughter. And there is Tony, Jane, and the third name,
Richard.
Tony, Jane, and yeah, it is Richard. Tony, Jane, and Richard, which is husband, wife, and son. So they are truly the family category PMDs.
All in the family. That's what we always like to see, isn't it? We've got a cast line as they come to the racetrack. I'm not sure who that is. It looks like one of the slow ones towards the back of the green wall. One of the white flag has come with Phil Chester is quite fast with the white blaze. So this starts his first black on his head that race. And he's currently got a very sizable margin of 4.8 seconds over Bailey. Just ahead of Muller and Howell, who brings that 4th, and Vince Cicciardo brings them home 5th for V8s, and that's going to stand up the 4th lap of this race as the rest of the field follow Vernal, Howell, Elliott, Ondaatje, and Wood round out the top 10.
Yeah, that car we saw flying earlier was a lot of Ondaatje, so unfortunately seems twice in 2 races only becoming an issue, which we thought she'd get through because there's only an 8-lap race this morning race, and the temps are marginally cooler than we had yesterday, and there is also a very nice wind blowing in, which in this case is going to be helping the cars with some cooling. But unfortunately, Ondaatje back in the pits again. She's only done 2 laps, or only in the 2nd lap of racing. So temps or possibly something else has popped up. But shame to see that Triumph stag out again, and hopefully we can run the distance in race 3 this afternoon.
Hopefully it'll be interesting to keep out for if any of the drivers are getting fatigued in some of these heat, because it's going to be very, very hot. I've seen a few of the guys in some of the other categories are wearing full suits to not cool themselves down. I'm not sure how many of the MGs are doing the same thing, but I'd say it's pretty beneficial, especially for those in the close company cars.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's a possibility. We've got an interesting case here where yeah, it appears we've had a timing error here. It's showing Boomer, which will be on the back runners, but yeah, Boomer is showing as leader at the moment on the time screen. That is incorrect. He's showing a lap time of 37 seconds. So I think what we found here is the timing playing buggers, and he's only picked up by accident one of the timing loops that is used at the track for natural events. So Boomer is not your leader. It is still Phil Chester with a gap of the gaps are also getting played up to this. But yes, he's got a sort of a very healthy gap there over Robin Bailey in 2nd.
Still a gap of 6.2 seconds, I believe, between the front 2 cars there. You see them come onto the straight now to begin their 5th lap here at Sydney. The field's starting to spread out quite a lot now, but cars all over the track here now. The power differentials really come to play. It's such a power surface, and For some way, it's a bad thing. It may cause a bit of a nuisance for like time now to go through and start back number 5. But for the guys who are matching cars that are getting old hands, and the two trying to surround each other.
They will, yeah. It's good to see the IP cars, the IP, I think, anyway. In motor British cars, it's good to see them competing back even with some of the cars. We're finding that Keith Daci's Stag is coming out at a similar pace to Michael Wood's V8 MG. The Stag is also a V8. Anthony Bollerbrecht's MG hatchback is also similar pace as well. So good to see he's falling in there. And I like on Daci when she was on the track, was on pace. But we did have a couple more cars pull in. Andrew Howe, the biggest, he was sitting in 7th, but he's just come into the lane. He's running one of the more modern hatchbacks, so it's possible that temp's causing an issue for him, but I'd say there's probably a bigger issue than temp. But he is now dropping through the order, and Anderson has dropped in pits as well. He was the one who was earlier with broken the bracket, which he was hoping to try and fix, but it seems like in the end he didn't make it fixed, or it maybe come loose again or something. But yeah, that's not good to see that many cars out of the race already.
No, that's very unfortunate. Andrew Howe's running MGZ up with the giant engine, so it's truly unique in this category. He's second place. He's got a great margin, 8.6 seconds ahead of Wayne in second place. So this lap time of 1 minute 18 because of the temperatures. He's going to throw off to the short shift. He'll be taking it in. He just posted a 1 minute 22.9, and he doesn't really think
No, exactly. I spoke to him after race 1, and that was the whole tactic, was that while the temps had cool was in the car, was to get a blazing lead up on Bailey and Reese Howe and Ben Mueller and Vincent Giotto. And then once the temps started to come up, he could then throttle back and take the pace off a little bit, get some more air through the car for the amount of power and he was producing to keep the car at a regulated temperature and back off a bit while having a safe cushion to use up so that he can still get his win.
Speed is definitely important around a place like Sandown, especially when bringing the car home to one piece of oil fluid until that on reservoir is more important.
Absolutely, yeah. As we said earlier, a couple of cars going ready, a couple of lights, so fluids are getting quite warm in these cars. They are benefiting from water cooling. I suppose there's some of the cars out there, some of the older ones, some of the V's as a good example, we're using air cooling, so we don't have in theory as much cooling, but some of the older tech in the MGBs are built more for sort of an English summer, which is maybe 25, 30 degrees. Racing out here and actually racing in 30 plus is
absolutely. The last lap board is out. Philip Chester has crossed the control line to start his 8th and a final lap of the race in 2 years to send down to International Raceway. He has a margin of 9.3 seconds, and even though he's slowing right down, he has posted slow close to plus. I don't think he's too concerned about lap margins at this point. He's ahead, he's staying ahead. The guys in second could probably just like to catch him unless something feels like happens. Touching wood, he has to come to this first comes. Hopefully does not. But Philip Chester is looking pretty good, and he's going to shoot his home. I think he's going around through turn 1 and turn 2 at the moment, so he's going to the back straight actually. Roaring up through that northerly, he's probably going to be coming in through the radiator and pulling that engine down.
Absolutely, yeah. Phil's blazing away there. He's actually put everyone from 9th back a lap down with his pace, even by backing it off. Speaking of cars that far back though, I will have to, I haven't been paid, but I've been told to make a mention of Richard Milligan in Morris Garage's MGB. He was meant to run his GTV8 this weekend, but doing a refresh on that car, he's currently the leading MGB, stock MGB as such. And he confided in me that he's hoping to take out the win in the later Peter Lee Memorial Trophy race for the MGBs, which will be coming up in the not too distant future. But back to the racing, coming out of the last corner now is Phil Chester to take his second win of the weekend. That's a trophy race win as well, so that's some extra points in the kitty for him. But in the end, over 11 seconds to make him, and sorry, down back into 9 seconds there in the end, but still a very healthy gap of Robin Bailey. Reese comes third in that GT3 spec MG SVR. Fourth has been Mueller, and fifth is Vince Giotto, rounding out top 5 of the Extreme V8s.
Yeah, they're all coming home to one piece as well. The race market feels fantastic and really good so far this weekend. As I mentioned, say probably make a three as well, given his form today. So not a few of the lap cars coming around so far. Another 7, 8, and 9 still yet to come around. Number 9 hasn't been finished because they were down one lap, so we're still waiting for who we have. We have Simon Elliott and we have Keith Darcy, who are still yet on the final lap and will be coming around in 7th and 8th.
Yeah, which of course means Paul Winnow has already finished 6th. He was, as I said, the best of the rest. He managed to stay on the lead lap in that race. He was 29 seconds back on the lead car, so that little brilliant pace. 6th for Paul Winnow, 7th for Simon Elliott, 8th for Keith Darcy, 9th for Anthony or Tony Wollebrecht, and 10th for Michael Wood, with Richard Milligan the best of the MGB as well.
Probably got back to the original. So we've got Hendricks Ward even in the pits, and I think a few of the guys behind him as well have pitted as well. The time experience is gone. Howell as well has pitted. So I think that's the last of the cars on track for this session. Thank you very much for joining us today with race 2 for the MG and the Wider British Sports Cars. Proudly brought to you by the MG Car Club of Victoria. Big thanks to them for putting this whole event on. Cranbourne MG, of course, check out the MGs they have on display down in the paddock. And if you want to find out more about the series or if you want to get involved yourself, go to mgracing.com.au. Thank you very much for being with me, Ben. It was a pleasure being with you.
That's all right. Yes, I was going to say earlier, the MG Memorial Race will be a 10-lap race at 1:25 just for those MGBs, and then the final race of the weekend for the MG Motor British Sports Cars, 10-lap race at 2:55 this afternoon. But we're handing over to the IP grid, and that's a massive grid. So good luck to Stephen DeVries and Luke Delly, who are managing the mic for that one.